Thank you for the. So I would, like I said, I will just go online, watch some videos, go on that Tableau data source that where we get our data from, download data, and just try to create something for myself. And that's what has really helped me to like understand data behavior. You know, it has really helped me. Now, if you come to Udemy as well, and I show this to some of us, okay, what I normally do in Udemy here, if you type in Tableau right now, they normally do sales. Like in Black Friday coming right now, they're going to do sales. You will see a whole lot of courses, a whole lot of course here for $10, $9. Sometimes I might not really need them at that time. I will just buy and keep. Okay, I've learned a whole lot of different techniques just buying $10 course. $10 is less than how much I spend if I want to go eat outside. I can just spend that on myself just to learn new techniques, because Tableau is always evolving. Not just Tableau, any kind of IT application, they keep evolving. But if you don't want to, for the newbies, I show you guys this. Let me show you guys this again. If you come on udemy.com, type in Tableau. If you go to this filter here, and I believe go to pricing and just click on free, you can see there are a whole lot of free Tableau courses that you can take. A lot of them are just like 2 hours, 1 hour, but they are very, very incisive. You know, it gives you a whole lot of skills. You know, like for example, kickstarting a Tableau. This one here have like 10 lectures. By the time you just spend your a day, so, okay, I'm going to watch one of these videos and do what they're doing. Just for the free ones alone, you will learn a whole lot of new things. The reason why I keep hammering on this is there is no direct way of doing stuff. Okay, data behave differently, and solving problem using Tableau to solve reporting problem. You have to like, so okay, how am I going to do this? You know, the logic might be the same, but because you have exposed yourself to a whole lot of ways to like do stuff, you know, it's easier for you. For example, at one point as of this year, I was having 4 jobs on my desk, and I don't start my job anything less than 9 o'clock, and by 4, 5 o'clock, I'm done with the whole 4. I was making the money, but if I don't spend the time to really understand some tricks, some quick tricks, you know, that ordinary person would think is going to take me a week to do, but I know basically 1 hour, I'm done with this. You know, if I don't spend that time on myself, I can't take those gigs. You know, I can't take those gigs. And right now, I have more than 1 job. I'm not going to say how many, but I have more than 1 job that I'm doing. And I don't spend all day on them. That's because I understand these simple tricks. I didn't learn it in school. I just, by watching videos online, watching how people do stuff, I kind of learned those stuff. Now imagine if you all have been spending one day and just watch one of these videos. You will have mastered your hand on dashboarding, formatting, because all of those are just the basic, okay? So utilize a lot of these free online tools here, okay? Utilize this for now. For the newbies, please take one video here let's say once a week. This is just 2 hours, 2 hours. Watch the video and try to do what they do using a different data. You know, so with that, you kind of start understanding data behavior. Once you understand that, every other job out there is just easy. Only when you have some issue, you know how to go for your resources and look for what you need. Okay. YouTube is also there, and I subscribe to a whole lot of people that I've seen that. For example, if I type in tip and tricks Tableau, I just want to see what tricks they are using. You know, no man is an island. We still learn every day. I remember the first time Fataba joined our class, and she showed me something that she found online, and she showed it to me. And since then, I use it. And I didn't know that could, there's a time I was trying to do something, they just showed me simple way, and I learned that from her, and I've been using it. Dada, the same thing. So when it comes to development, no man is all-knowing. No man is all-knowing. You might be surprised what you will discover, what people are struggling with, and you just come in, and because you try to learn, you discover something, and that stuff has it's going to give solution to a whole lot of people that have been on the field. So don't just relent yourself or put yourself only try to learn in this class. There is a whole lot that you can quickly grasp, and there is no limit how you can go. I always tell people you can determine how much you want to make. If you want to make 150 a year, you can. If you want to make 300,000 a year, you can. One of my very first students, he's an Indian guy. I taught him. Now he's in North Carolina. He has 2 gig. He taught his wife, and his wife have 2 gig. So combined, he told me, combined last year they make over $600,000, husband and wife. And I'm sure sometimes the wife might be cooking while he's just helping the wife do his job. And a lot of times they don't even have anything doing because all their work is in production. So husband and wife making $600K in America, that's a lot of money. Okay. So please try and put more effort in all of this. When I send out assignments, I'm sending so that you can get your hand on it. Try and do it. Okay. Any question? Any question? Okay. Now, yesterday we had an issue, not really an issue. I would say it's part of the typical day in Tableau. Okay, when you're working in software development, or you I'll say in IT, there are some issues that you might just need to solve. You have the idea, but your solution is not just working at that point. It's not working with the situation. You have to take a break, okay, and just go. So it's no biggie, but you will find out the solution. So yesterday I figured out what the issue was. I forgot that in the data that I was using, I have another calculations and LOD that was using a denominator and numerator that I didn't consider. I ought to have tweaked that calculation yesterday. It happens, even today in my job, I have a similar situation. I need to create a calculations with dates. I understood what I want to do perfectly, but I have to think how to pass those calculations and get what I want. It's just part of the job, okay? But once you understand those logic and understand what you want to do, this solution is a lot easier, and it's easier for you to explain to somebody that this is your challenge, and they can easily point you to the right place to get solution, okay? Now, having said that, the reason why I was trying to do this yesterday is because after this week on Thursday, don't do it now, okay? You can download your Microsoft SQL Server now, and I'll send out some videos to start watching to understand Microsoft SQL Server. But on Thursday, before our class, you can download the free trial for Tableau and Tableau Public. So it's going to last you for 14 days. That's what they give for the Tableau trial. Okay, so everybody can download that. Martins, you don't need to download that because you're already using the full desktop version. But the rest that are using Tableau Public, go to tableau.com and download that, because I want to take this to the normal day-to-day data. All of the data that we have been working on are more like static data. So I'm working on trying to do some data manipulation on this Superstore data, so I to make it look like 2022 data, 2021, 2020, 2020 data, and even up to 2023. The reason why I want to do it that way is because I want to get a feel of working with current data and try to understand what users want from their data now, and how they compare now data to the past and make decisions for the future. So I'll get that data out by tomorrow. I'm 80% done. I just want to see if I can get in 2023 data so I can really show you some tricks using dates. Like I said, one of the challenges that you come across out there is with date calculation. But if you understand some simple tricks, you can get a whole lot of stuff done without writing calculation. And the ones that you need to write calculation, you already have some of them in your training, so you can just reference them and it makes life easy for you. I have to learn this the hard way, okay? But I'm trying to show you so you don't have to go through the hard way. So don't download your Tableau and Tableau Prep yet. Wait till Thursday so that we can have enough time to practice with it. But you can download your Microsoft SQL Server tomorrow. I'll send out the video, download it, and I'll send you some videos and some place where you can start practicing SQL Server for those who have not used SQL Server before, okay? The goal of this class is not to really show you how to be a SQL developer, but having some basic knowledge how to pull data from SQL Server, using custom queries and join, and then using Tableau Prep to clean and structure your data so you can be, you have knowledge of everything for your interview. And Tableau Prep makes your life easy on the job, but it's something that you need to keep learning as you go, okay? But I'll share more information on that.
Yeah, Lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, in recent time, I noticed that quite a number of organizations are now referring to Alteryx, so more for ETL than Tableau Prep. I don't know why. I mean,
No, it depends. It depends on which. Some people have Alteryx for like a year because you buy yearly subscription. Alteryx is more expensive than Tableau Prep, and Tableau Prep is more flexible and even give you more value than Alteryx as far as I'm concerned. Okay, Tableau Prep is more cheaper. So why would they take something more expensive and that is a little bit technical to use than something that is very flexible, add more value, and is cheaper? It's because they must have had that license for like a year, so you just try to use that license. But a lot of Tableau interviews that are out there, if you look, they're going to ask you, have you used Tableau Prep? And it's very easy to use. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So yesterday, I was going to show how to write a calculation that automatically look at our maximum year and compare it with the prior maximum year, and then get the variance. And also, if you want to do like KPI that shows if it's going up and down, you can, but it's not necessary. But if you want to just show some skills or add value to your report, then you can do that. Unfortunately, we ran into some issue. Now, getting your first year value is always easy, okay? Where you run into issue is trying to get the second year and get this the third year. That's where I've had the issues. Okay, so I always save my code. I don't try to cram code. Okay, you never see me trying to show some skills and cram code, but I have my resources somewhere. Okay, so let's go straight. Now, if I want to get my maximum year here, the calculation I'm going to use, I'm just going to go to where I have my calculation here. I can copy this. I'm going to send this to us, but I want to explain this calculation, and then I'll send it to everybody. Then you create your calculation, or if you want to write it off of the screen, go ahead, anyone. Okay, I'm just going to copy my code here and come to my work. And also the other purpose of doing this is to show you how to copy code somewhere and edit it to what you want to do. Okay, for example, here, I know that I have this code here, and this code here is working, but I want to copy this code, but my field might not be the same as my data, but the code is the same, the logic is the same. So I can copy the code here like I just did. Okay, and I go to my workbook and create my calculation. I want to create my current year calculation. See where I stand for current year, it's just an abbreviation. So now you see that this field is broken. That's because where I'm copying the code from, they are pointing to some field that I don't have. But the calculation itself is what I want to like transpose into what I want to use it for. So I know that this month here, I want to use my year order date here. I'll just put here and type in my order dates. And here I will also remove this and put this order dates. And now, what do I want to get if this logic is true? I want to get the sales for this year. So here, I'm not going to remove this and put in my sales here. So if this works well, if I bring this on my shell, it should only give me this 733215. Okay, I'll click OK, and I just need to validate. I'm just going to drag this and put up here. So you can see now this my current year is only giving me this. It doesn't return anything for the following year. So this is good. Now I want to write a calculation that only return my second prior year. Okay, so I know I have the calculation somewhere. I'll just go back in to my field here and look for the calculation and copy my prior year edits. Control A, copy. Now I'm still going to come back and explain this calculation to us, okay? But let's focus on how to edit calculation that we copy somewhere. I'll call this prior year and paste here. So the same thing, I need to fix I need to reference my date field in my data and the sales in my data. So I need to remove this and bring in my order dates. I'm bringing my sales here. And again, if this is right, we should have only 6 something. Okay, so this is right now. So if I remove my sales out of here, now, because I have separated these two here, I cannot take the variances. Now, yesterday, I demonstrated that you can also still do this using your quick table calculation. For example, if I bring in my order date here and I'm bringing my sales, and I want to do the difference between these two dates here, I can do this and go to my quick table calculation and do difference. So you can see that between these two dates here, 17 and 16, this is the difference. And if I want to know the percentage difference, I can bring my sales back in here and go back in here and edit my quick table calculations and say, okay, give me percentage difference. So you can see this is the difference between the year and this is the percentage difference. But what is the shortfall of this? Who can remind us? What do you say is the shortfall of this? What is the limitation of using this method?
If you want to compare another year.
No, we are already comparing another year right now.
That's like if you go to the next year, 2018.
No, if
it
we have
gives specific, it doesn't give you all of the years.
Absolutely. For example, now for you to remove everything here right now, I have to create a calculation that says last and give me this last, right? But the limitation of using last is anything I bring into the view here, it only give me the last of that whatever. So it had to compare among multiple dimensions. For example, if you want to compare, to say this 124, what is the value for each of the category or the product line? You want to compare these variances among other dimensions. You can't really do that here. Okay, you can't really do that here. So for you to really get your specific analysis, you have to like hard code it this way. You get it?
Yes.
So now for us to get the variance, which is like this 124,010, we have to do what? Write a calculation and say, okay, I can call this diff CY versus PY. And I can just simply put this here and put minus and put this here. And I'll click OK. If I bring this to my view, okay, it's not going to give me this because we have the year. Okay, so we're having 124,010, which is exactly this. So we can now compare this one right now. Let's say it's okay, what is this variance for category? If I bring a category right now, you can see it's populating. If I say I want to bring in subcategory, you can see it's not giving me the variance for any of this dimension. And if I come to my analysis and do my total, so say show grand total, you can see it's still going to add up. All of this is just going to add up to what we have right now. Okay. Now here is where the percentage difference comes in. So you want to say, okay, what is the percentage difference between the current year and the prior year, which here we know that is 20.4. So again, what did I say yesterday? How to compute percent of total? What is the formula? I'm waiting. What is the formula?
It's a different year divided by some prior year.
Absolutely. Now, since we already have this variance here, it is the same thing as saying this minus this divided by this. Okay, but I don't like using this because sometimes Tableau will have to calculate this in a kind of way and you might not get the right calculation. So for me, I just bring in, since I already have my variance, which is this one here, this one, I'll just drag that field here because I already calculated the difference of this. So this is my preferred method. So since you already have the difference, bring that here and divide it by the prior year. That will give you the percentage difference. And I said, since it's percentage, you can just come here and format this and make it percentage so that you don't have to keep formatting when you here into percentage. You can make it one decimal place. And if I bring this in here right now, you can see the percentage difference. Now, this percentage difference is not computing against the one on top. It's computing what? Against 2017 and 2016. Do we get it?
No, can you explain that again, please? What's
Which
the
one?
difference between the percent, the one you just calculated?
What is the difference between what? This one?
Yes, and yes, the previous one. Yes, that one, the percent total.
This one here?
No, the one you just calculated on the right.
Okay. So what is the difference between this and what?
So what are you comparing the percentage to? What year? You said 2017?
Of course, just look here. 2017 against 2016.
Okay.
So the difference between these 2 years is this amount. Okay, so now what we are looking at that difference for multiple measures. Like if
Okay.
the users might say they want to see that difference for category, for region, for states. No, they might want to say, okay, they want to see the variance for each state for year. All you have to do is come to your state here, double click on that, and change it to like field map, and bring in your percentage, your variances here. If that be the case, just drop this in detail. And no, sorry, let me drop this in color. So you can see that the difference in the variances for Washington is high. Okay, this is a very good example. Let me come here and remove this. Let me bring in the sales here. So in terms of sales now, this one below here, you can see that California is making the best sales. Okay, but if you compare year-over-year differences, variances, Washington is having a good day compared to California here. So which means California, let me bring in the percentage into, let me bring it here into the tooltip so you understand. So if you look at here, the percentage difference which means Seattle increased their sale between that year by 230% or 231%, but in California, the sales increase was just 11%, even though they are doing well in sales. Do you understand the purpose of analysis? So the users might say, okay, what is driving sales? Why did sales increase to 30% in Washington? We might need to like look and focus more in this area to drive more sales, because if you look at sales is going up here. But here in California, they might need to like do more research to know why sales is declining, even though it looks like they have more sales. You get that?
I'm trying to comprehend it. I'm sorry, I'm processing it.
This is
So
analysis.
you're giving the variance.
Here, the one on top here shows the variance, the percentage difference between these 2 years. Hold on, let me, on this, let me bring in this one here. Yeah. I think it should be, okay. Okay, now between 2016 and 2017, sales in California is what?
277,000.
Sales, okay. Sales in Washington is what?
85,000.
85,000. But now between 2016 and 2017, sales increase. The sales increase in Washington here is what?
Okay.
What is the percentage increase? What?
231%.
Because the difference between the 2017 and 2016 is 45,700.
Okay, I got it now.
Now, if you come down to Seattle here, the difference between the sales of for California between those 2 years is 14,000, even though they had more sales. Now it shows that sales is getting to pick up in Seattle now than picking up in California. Now they are not looking at the sales volume; they are looking at trend of things.
Okay,
they are looking at the trend. So is sales declining in California and sales picking up in Washington? They might need to like do more diving or dig deep to know why sales is going up here and focus more on that area to make sure sales grow the more in this place. So now, if you look at this map up here, their promising markets right now is where? Washington. Because Washington is looking more promising in terms of percentage difference in sales between those 2 years.
Got it.
Now, if you look at somewhere like Virginia, for example, you can see that sales went down from 2016 to 2017. And you can see here they lost almost 71% of their sales. You know, so that's a big concern. You know, the manager of that region need to answer a whole lot of questions. But now this is not for you to interpret. This is for the users who make decision on data to like look at. But you should be able to like understand what is going on. Why people prefer to use percentage difference to do some kind of analysis. You get it?
But won't the user call upon you to explain what's going on?
They can call upon you to like do demo, but you are not the decision maker. You are the developer. So you can't you are not hired to make decision for them. So you can show them this, explain this to them, and explain these numbers, but the ultimate decision is left for them.
Okay.
You know, but you should have an idea of what is going on. You know.
So it's for them to make wise decision.
Absolutely.
Informed decision, so they can know what to do and where to focus.
But you should know how to give them this. And a lot of time, and this is why I want to get our data to like current year data so that we have 2022 data, because a lot of time, most of that KPI might be they want to see year-to-date sales, quarter-to-date, month-to-date, week-to-date. They want to see all of this KPI, and then they want to compare this number year-to-date to like same time last year. Okay, they want to compare, okay, at this time last year, what was our sales and what's our sales now? What is the difference? Is it going up and down? Chances are you might come across some kind of requirement, but it's not difficult if you just understand this straightforward stuff. And that is the reason why I want to show you guys this calculation. So let's say, for example, now this calculation here, this prior year here, is looking at, okay, let me explain this calculation before I do that. Let's start with the current year. What this current calculation is doing is saying, look at the year of this date field in my data here. Give me the maximum year. Give me this sales for the maximum year. Let me go back here and explain that to you. So give me the sales. Let me put this here. So you are telling Tableau to give you the sales for the maximum year of this year. Of this year date. This is what this is doing. Maximum will give you the latest dates. In for example, if you look at 2014 all the way to 2017, the maximum of this date is what? 2017. The minimum is what? 2014. Okay. Now, this second one is a little bit complex. Again, you don't have to think too much. You have the calculation if you have to do it. Just use the calculation and edit it. But let me just explain to you what it's doing. You are saying, give me the sales of the maximum year, the same thing, but look back 1 year. This is what this date add is a function that add dates to your current dates. So if you look at the explanation, date add here, we add an increment to your specified date and return the new date. So date add here, so if we add -1 to this, to the maximum, which is 2017, if we add -1 to it, what will you get?
2016.
2016. So now the good part about this code is if they say, okay, can you also compare 2016 and 2015? You don't have to worry anymore. You can just duplicate this one right here and call this, you can call it prior year, whatever you want to call it. So what do you need to do in this code? What do you need to adjust to get your 2015?
-2.
-2, exactly. Just edit here and put -2 and click OK. And if you bring your PPU here, you see it's giving you this. And this is the reason why I wanted to explain this to you guys, because this is one of the challenges you might have in real life, you know. But if you have this code, it makes a whole lot of stuff simple for you. Now, the good part of this code is, let's say we now updated this data like we're going to do on Thursday. We now have 2018 and 2019, 2020 and 2021 and 2022 data in this view, and we updated our data source. Now, what will be our current year if we have up to 2022 data in our data?
2022.
2022. So which year will be our prior year?
2021.
Exactly, and our prior year will be 2020, and so on. So this calculation will just keep looking at your data and giving you this period without you having to do anything. And that is why I don't do the hard coding, and I'm not going to teach you how to do, like, say, if it's equals to this date, because it makes your work a little bit difficult. Each time the data change, you have to go back and start changing it. No, this is just automated. Do we get it?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when we update our data on Thursday, that you're going to lead there, because I know you had a similar situation with some date calculation where you did 7 days, 14 days, 31 days, and you were writing a whole lot of calculations and it didn't really work. When you're working with up-to-date data, you don't need to write calculations. Just utilize Tableau inbuilt calculations and format your dashboard at the dashboard level. That's the purpose why I want to do that for the newbies, because again, the date calculation is what might be your difficult encounter out there. Okay.
So, please, can you confirm again the things you want us to have downloaded before Thursday?
Yeah, no, don't worry. Before the class, I'll tell you guys. For now, download your Microsoft SQL Server. You can download the 2020 version and up. I'll send the video to you how to watch and download. And you can also go, for now, I'll send some videos to watch, but also go to www.3schools. What's that website again? 3schools SQLs. And learn all of the syntaxes in SQL Server. Okay, I'll send this link out, and you can actually practice. Okay, so what is select star from the table, and once you run it, you just play with this, and I'll send some video as well to watch. Okay, because our next project is going to be, we're going to modify this data. We're going to be working from database, Microsoft SQL Server, with the real Tableau Desktop Enterprise, like the one you'll be using in real life. So we're going to work on that for the 14 days trial before it expired. That's why I don't want you to download the Tableau now and the Tableau prep. Wait until Thursday. But if you want to just go ahead and buy your key, like off of eBay, $10, $15, you have one key for your Tableau Desktop and your Tableau prep for 1 year, just for you to learn. I mean, it's still value added. So you can just keep working with Tableau Enterprise without using Tableau Public. It's up to you.
We can actually buy, and it will work.
Of course, it's legal. People buy their keys and they don't need it anymore, and they will sell it on eBay. The one I'm using right now, I bought it for $15.
So if I go on eBay now, I'll be able to get that.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You know. So any question on this?
But sorry, once we download the desktop, will it affect the
No, it's two
The
different
public.
instances. Tableau public and Tableau desktop they are two different instances.
okay?
The limitation is that with your Tableau public, you can't connect to your SQL server. It doesn't give us that option. Your data source connection is limited.
Okay,
But
but
with the Tableau Enterprise, it's unlimited.
okay, with the desktop, once we finish, like we want to sorry, once we finish doing our work, like the what do you call it again? You finish your visualization and everything, then you want to publish.
You can publish to a
Where do
Tableau
you
public.
publish to? Oh, from the desktop.
Yes, because
Uh-huh.
you don't have Tableau server yet. Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry about Tableau server, but I'm going to show you. Once you start working, all your work goes to your company Tableau server, not on Tableau public. Don't put your company data on Tableau public.
Yeah, no.
Uh-huh.
If you're working with desktop, anyway, no problem.
Yeah.
When we get there.
Yeah, of course. You would. They will give you the credentials.
Okay.
Especially once you're working, if you click on the published data, it logs you in automatically.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any question on this? Okay. So I'm going to copy this code and send it to the group. Copy that code and edit it for your current year and your prior year. And we're going to build a report for now and publish. Then once we update our data, we're going to come back to this report and complete it. Okay. So the first code I'm going to send out is the current year. I'm going to send out the unedited one. So you will have to edit it yourself. Your prior year and Control A. So this is our PY. Is Ejiro here today?
Yes.
I'm here.
Why I can't keep quiet now?
I've answered for you now.
You set me up.
We're learning.
Sorry.
Mm.
Okay, sorry. This is your prior year calculation. Okay, that's right. I'm going to send the current year. Is Susan here as well? Everybody's quiet today.
I'm here. Okay.
Okay. And what of Medina? Let me see.
I'm here, sir.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, let's take 3 minutes to edit our calculations and go ahead and do your year diff and then your percentage difference. 5 minutes.
Sorry, sir. Please, where did you send the
It's on the group chat. If you go to your what's it called? Your Zoom chat. So I pasted there.
Oh, Zoom. Okay.
Yeah, so just copy from there and edit.
Lucky.
Yes.
For the prior year, where's that month? Just put the order date, right?
Yeah, because remember, I'm acting as if I'm copying this code somewhere. So you should know how to edit code without breaking it, but still get what you want. So the month here is your order date. And then what you want it to give to you should be sales. You're trying to get your sales.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Now, did anybody attempt to figure this calculation out?
Yes, I did.
Did you get it?
Yes, I got it. But
No, but if you get it, yes or no, is
I got it.
or not.
I got it. But the data I was using, stopped at 2018. It was looking at today. Just like if we add the 2022 data and all of that, so it's going to be giving us the current date and the current dates looking
Okay,
at also the previous
share your
date.
screen. Let's see.
Yeah, I can
Let
show
us
you.
see it. Yeah.
All right. Okay, 1 minute. Can you see my screen?
Okay.
All right, so this is the code I got. I got it from somewhere as well too. If did blah 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 blah. But I was using
Yeah, this one we always look at today.
today basically.
Now,
Yeah.
but what if you don't have today date? You're gonna get blank.
Absolutely. So which was the
Yeah.
problem?
What if you don't have data for this month? Then your report is going to be blank.
Right.
Again, if your data is like up to date, then you can use this. So this one
Yeah.
just
So the only difference here is I could have just used max here. So yeah, you should look at the maximum either day of year or maximum
so you are looking
order
at
day or whatever it is. Yeah.
you are looking at the date diff year as at today, and one is less than today. Yeah. Okay, just click OK first. Remove that date field that you have here. Make it year.
This one.
Yeah, just make it year of the other date. Just make it year. No, year. Expand that. So put your prior
let me just no. I was looking at it from here. So you are right. The one that I showed was as I yesterday was I was trying, but this is what I did as of today. Let me put this back to here. Now, so because I was looking at today, it was returning blank, and
you're gonna give it blank. Yeah.
But if we have a date, that is current as we speak today, it will bring in the value. The same thing I did for the.
Yeah, but again, what if you don't want to send your users into panic like why it report blank?
Obviously, I will not even present this since I already.
If users come to work and they see the report blank, I bet you that your money is screwed up because they'll start bombarding you with chat messages.
Right.
All right, but good try. You didn't get it. Even if you get it, I'm not giving you that $100 cost. I exclude that from every.
I know. Yeah. Give it to Taba. Want it and the rest.
Nobody get it now. You didn't even get it.
I want it, but I don't think I got it. I take it.
Mm.
Thanks, Dada.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Nice Guy.
Yes, boss.
Okay, are we done? Quick. Are we done?
Okay, let's look at the difference, the different year difference or something.
So that okay. The year difference. You just bring in sum of your
Current year minus.
PY minus your sum of your prior year.
Okay, so but I tried it, I wasn't getting any value.
You didn't get no value.
Yeah. Current year minus sum of previous year.
Yeah, look at your prior year calculation and then your percentage difference is just this field, your diff year divided by the sum of prior year. That will give you the percentage difference. You want to share your screen, Dada?
Okay.
Okay, do it again.
Huh?
The percent difference. It says the current minus.
Just drag this field here, your diff CY versus PY, drag it
Okay.
to the calculation divided by the sum of your prior year.
Preview. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, you want to save my screen? One
Okay,
second.
so let's get this quick. I still want to show us how to modify this code or even get your month over month, quarter over quarters, and so on. Okay, so let's do quick. So that share your screen.
This on my diff. It says difference. Okay, current year minus previous year.
So your current year is giving you value, but your prior year is not giving you anything. So go and check your prior year calculation.
You did wrong this.
You're supposed to have, you can see it's not giving you anything there. Okay, so you remove, okay, see what you did wrong. So look at the one you paste below.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, all right.
I've seen it. Thank you.
All right.
First option.
Okay, so are we all good?
No, sir. It's giving me
Okay, share your screen.
okay. It's saying the calculations contains error.
Okay, who can help her fix this? Saba, help her. Is this your current year or your prior year?
Sorry.
Okay, now go and copy your current year calculations and just paste here.
Okay, let me just take this out.
Okay, just remove everything and copy.
You want my prior year, right? Huh?
Hello? Yeah, the first one, where? Okay,
I just
that
copied
one,
it on my notes.
okay, this one is a prior year.
Yes.
That's a prior year, so copy it. Now call it PY. Then you see where it says those ones highlighted error, like your months. Now, you don't have months in your data, but what you have in your data is order date, right? So
Yeah.
remove that and type in order date there. So just click on order dates. So go to the next one. Leave the date trunk alone. Just leave that. Don't touch that.
Okay.
Yeah. Just edit that one. Then scroll all the way down to your sales, because you can see, you can see the scroll bar below. You can
This
hide that. No, just hide that one. Click on that little, click on that to hide it. Now drag.
Down, all the way down. There you go, right there.
Yeah, so now go and change that to sale, because what you're looking for is your sales.
I should
Right?
just take out the LOD.
That will not pick up the sale. You might have to remove that and type sales. So okay, now the sales is highlighting now.
Okay.
Yeah, so now go and do the same thing for go and copy your current year and edit it.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, please, the difference in current year and prior year, is it sum of current year minus sum of prior year, or just current year minus prior year?
I think this is what was giving me error message before.
Yeah, if you remove the make sure now you break your calculation again. Now okay, do Ctrl+Z.
What if I put in the end? Would that solve it?
No, you kind of you broke your calculation. That's why I say you have to learn how to, when you copy a code, just learn how to modify it without breaking the function themselves. Okay, so paste it again, and while you can see your if that F you didn't copy it completely. So put your mouse in front of the F. In front of the F. No.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. Back in the back of the F now.
Mm-hmm.
And type and put the I there. It should be if. Okay. Now. So now go and edit your query. I mean your date.
Okay.
So this one now should be your, no, don't apply it. Always name your calculation.
Sorry.
Yeah. So that would be your current year, CY. Okay, so now you cannot do your variance, you can do CS.
I have those ones.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Sir, please, I was asking a question.
Okay.
I was asking that the difference for different CY current year minus prior year, is it the sum of the current year minus sum of prior year, or just current year minus prior year?
Sum. You have to sum it.
Okay, so.
Yeah. Now there is a way you will write your calculation that you won't have to write sum, just drag it in. But there's a way you will write it again, then you have to do sum. I'll take you guys through this different. That's why for me, I like to use LOD to do my counts. to do my calculation, because if I use my LOD, it's just going to be summing for me. A lot of time, if you don't understand some kind of calculation, you start having like aggregate and non-aggregate error. Even though your calculation is right, what Tableau will say this is non-aggregate and this is an aggregate. So for
Because
me,
it's giving me errors.
okay, share your screen.
Thank you.
So look at the error. Why is it giving error? Click on the error below. Let's see. Agreement sum is one, and it's already aggregated. So you must have done something wrong in your. So just click OK for now. It's going to give you error. Just click OK. Yeah, click OK. Now go and bring in your prior year. Bring it to the view. Let's see. No. Yeah, drop it there. Okay, your current year. Go and bring your current year. So why is it not giving you error? So let's edit your code. But no, the first one,
Which
just
one, sir?
edit.
This one, okay.
Yeah, hold on. Click, I see something. Okay, go to your prior year. You must have done something wrong. You can see in your measure, your prior year is showing as aggregate, while your current year is showing as sum. So you must have done something wrong in this prior year. Edit, expand. We did trunk here equals to yeah, master data and sales. So this is why is it giving you? Let me check something. Wait. Did everybody see if he's doing anything wrong? I don't see whatever he's doing. Your prior year.
Why is he using if?
Yeah,
That's the same thing. I'm also
Yeah.
having the same thing. So
Yeah.
I couldn't do sum of current year minus sum of previous year. So I had to
Okay.
take
Okay.
out of the.
But the if is it if day trunk, is it supposed to be if or day trunk year? Other date equals to day trunk year minus one. Day trunk year mass other. The if day trunk is that if supposed to be there?
Yes.
Yes. If they trunk year, we are truncating the year with other dates and equals to the date add year minus one.
They have to
This
put
one.
some in front of if.
No, we didn't put no sum in ours.
The prior year?
Let him take out the if and see.
No, it's not the if. The if is there. Why we not put if? You are making a statement, so the if has to be there.
Okay. But the one you did, I think there was no if in yours.
I know that's if in mine.
Let's pull it up and see.
Okay. Victor, where are you getting your calculation from?
Let's look at yours. Bring yours. Let's see this if in your prior year.
Okay. Where's my work? Okay, this is my workbook. In my prior year,
It doesn't have some.
it doesn't have somewhere.
Sum of, you see, look, the prior year that way you pasted for us to copy as sum, then open the parentheses, now say if date trunk or the blah, 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 then close it at the end.
Right.
So the one that you pasted on the group.
Yeah, has some.
Okay, have some. So
Yes. That's why I was
Okay.
struggling with the
Okay,
So-
okay, okay,
Okay.
okay,
So
okay.
the other
So,
solution
okay,
is that
remove the sum. You don't have, let Tableau sum it for you. Okay, I didn't even see that. So,
No, but mine actually has some, sir. I didn't put the arrow to the end. Mine does have the sum.
so remove the
Yeah, but
sum.
when right, so when you go to do the difference between the current year versus prior, it
Yeah,
will
so
not let you.
remove the sum. I think, let me see how I try. Okay, I think I must have copied it in a way that it brought out some, because the sum is not in the calculation. You can see. Even the one I sent to you guys. So maybe I don't know how that sum got in there. So, okay, good observation. So remove that sum and remove the bracket at the end of the end here. So it should be, let me repaste it. So to remove the sum, I use this one now.
Now, there's a lot of red on my worksheet now.
Of course, don't worry. If anything is broken, then you're gonna have red. Once you fix it, it goes away.
You remove some brackets. If you remove the sum, then the open and close bracket for that sum, you have to take it out.
Yeah,
If not,
just
it will
copy the
give
one I just
you
sent. Okay.
red.
I don't know how that song got in there. Maybe I just copied directly like that, but it should be the way I sent it. So share your screen. Let's quickly fix it. I still have like one or two more examples to show you guys.
Okay, sharing now.
Okay. So go to your PY. Yeah. No, just go to your PY calculation. And scroll all the way to the beginning. So you remove, okay, all right. So you fixed it. So close. Now go and drag that your field on top of the one that is showing red. Replace it. No, your PY.
I'm sorry, which one?
You can just remove that one and bring that your PY again, or you can drag your PY through on top of the one that is showing red to fix it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just drag it and put on top. Yeah, just drop it. It will fix it. Yeah.
Oh,
So now,
right.
if you go to your percent difference, it should be working properly now. Okay.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. So are we all good now? Yes. Okay. So let's continue. Now, if I expand this, let me bring in my sales here. Let me bring in my sales. Well, no, I'm using the wrong workbook. So let me try to open a new one for now. Let me bring in my order dates and do for the month or even quarter, it doesn't matter. And let me bring in my sales. Now, this is going to be assignment for the class. So now we want to get the maximum or the latest month in our data and compare that to the prior latest month. So in this case, it's going to be December, this one here, and this one here. So how are you going to write the calculation?
What's the question?
We want, now that we've gotten our prior year, I mean our current and prior year, we want us to also get our current months and our prior months. So our current month in this data is what? December 2017. And our current prior month is what? November. So
Yeah.
we want to get this 83,000, and we also want to get this 18,000. So knowing that this calculation is easy to modify, we can take a shot and modify our current year calculation to get our current month, and then modify our prior year calculations to get our prior month.
You want me to do it?
I want to give the newbie a chance. We can take a shot. Come on, try. I'm going to duplicate our current month, okay? And I will open it up to edit. And I will call this my current month. So how do we truncate this calculation here to fetch our current month?
So instead of year, do you put month?
Who said that?
Nadia?
Okay, I owe you a very special lunch. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I owe you lunch. Yeah,
Same.
month. Okay. That's it. And if I click OK, and I bring my CM on the view, see, it's giving me that. So Nadia, your lunch this weekend is on me. Okay.
Thank
Once
you,
you're
sir.
ready, make the order and let me know.
Definitely. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
Now,
I will help her place the order. It's $100. It's $100.
now the same thing. If you want to get the latest previous month, you can duplicate this calculation here, and let's call this our our PM this time around, prior month. We can just put this here, months. We also have month year here. I did that to months. And click this. If we bring our PM here to validate, so it's giving us these two. So if I remove my cells right now, I have the two data that I need, and I can go ahead and do my variance like what we did and do the percentage different. We get it? Do we get it? Hello, quickly. I need to like do one more example. This is like real life example, something that you're going to be doing. Are we okay with this? So everybody go ahead and do this, and also do your variance, which is the difference between your PM and your CM, and do the percentage difference as well. Is the same formula. But here is another logic.
Sir, please, sir, before you go ahead, my different CYPY actually is giving me no values.
You must have done something wrong. You didn't change did you change your year to like months and months?
No, not this current, not the current month and prior month, sir. The year, the one you helped me with, the current year and prior year. When I was doing the difference, it did not give me any value when
Did
I
you
put
sum
it
it?
in the worksheet.
Did you do some PY minus some CY minus some PY?
Yes,
Okay, quickly share your screen.
thank you.
Okay. Okay, click OK. Now remove your date. No, your year from the rows. Just remove it from the rows. Give yourself some space.
Wow.
So, yeah. Did you, some PY? No. You are formatting the wrong one into percentage. Your div C1 PY is a value. The difference between your current year and PY is not percentage. So go back to your default property here and make it to number. It's a number. Where did you format this to be percentage?
Format, I went to format.
Okay, go to format now. Just make it's a number. You can make it automatic or change it to like number custom. Okay, so it's a number, it's not a percentage. For you to get the percentage, we did another calculation where we go back to open a calculator field. So to get the percentage difference between these 2 years now, this is the difference between the 2 years. Okay, that one is currency. But the percentage difference is you have to bring in your div CYPY. Just drag it and put in there. Drag it and put in the calculation field. Divided by sum PY. So this will give you the percentage difference between the 2 years. So this one is the one that you format into percentage.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. So let me continue because of our time. Okay, now in real life, there are some users when they are comparing numbers. So everybody, make sure you complete these 2 calculations, okay? The percentage difference and so on, because we're going somewhere with this, okay? So let me remove this and let me bring back my sales here. Now let's assume that, just assume this is 2021, 2022 data, and this one here is 2021, okay? Now we are in October 2022, and today's date is 8. Okay, today's date is 8. It will be it wouldn't make no sense to compare October data, okay, to September data. Why? Because September is a completed date. We have the full data for September. So comparing 8 days in November, right? We're in November. So comparing 8 days in November to full dates in October doesn't really make no sense. The differences and variances and percentage difference is just going to like mind-boggling. So what users want to do sometimes is compare, they will boycott November and say, okay, let's compare October to November. You get it? So they are looking at 2 complete months instead of looking at fractional month data, which is October. November is just 8 days. We are just 8 days in November. So it will not make sense comparing 8 days worth of sales to 30 days worth of sales. It doesn't really make no sense. Do we get it?
Yeah.
So to get those 2 dates, that's okay. Don't compare boycott November, just compare October, November. October and September. What do you need to do? Your current month in this case will be what? This formula here. This one will not be your current month, and your prior month will now be what? -2 to give you October. And then you can do the comparison. Do we get it?
Yeah.
Who don't understand that, please ask
Yes,
question. Daramola, are you here with us? You're quiet.
Can you repeat
Yeah,
that?
yes, I'm here, but unfortunately, I'm still working at the same time as well. So I'm kind of like trying to listen at the same time.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
I said again, let me repeat that again. I said, just assuming that we are working with current data, and this one here, so actually, let me see if I can edit this layers here, edit, so it's not allowing me to do that. Let's assume this 2017 is 2022 data, and this one here is 2021 data. Now, they want to compare, let's just say with the month first. They want to compare November data. We are in November 2022. And what date are we in November? 8. We are just in 8 days into November. Okay. Now, comparing 8 days of data to 31 or 30 days in October does not really make analytical sense, because we are comparing a complete month data to an incomplete month data. So that can lead to misleading analysis. It's very straightforward because October is not yet complete. So in that instance, some users of the report might say, okay, instead of giving us incomplete data, which is November, just give us 2 complete months data and compare. So in this instance, we have to move up 1 to October and compare it to September, because this, our 2 later date is complete. Do we get it?
Yes, makes sense.
Yeah. So the same calculation in that case, in that instance, you don't need to use our current month calculation here, which is this one. You just tweak this our prior month data here to get your November. To get your October, which is going to give you -1. If you do -1, it's going to give you October. And to get for September, you just create another calculations and put -2 here. It's going to give you for September. Let me duplicate that. So in this instance, let's say our prior month here, if I bring this here right now, you can see it's giving us, again, let's assume this is live data 2020, okay? Since we are in November, they want to compare this October here. So I'm just going to edit this. To boycott my November data, I'll have to edit this to say, okay, give me, for example, in this instance, give me -2. So see that, to get this. And to get my September data, I will duplicate this field here, and I'll change this -2 to -3. And I'll get that data. And now I cannot do my comparison, variance, and whatever. Okay? Do we get that?
Yes.
Okay, now, when it comes to yearly data, I might have to create this calculation here, okay? If we are doing year to, let me leave this one here. If you are doing year-over-year analysis again, now this year is not complete, and we're going to do this once we truncate our data to have 2022 data, okay? But just start understanding this. Let's say we are in 2022 now. They want to compare the variances of sales for 2022 against 2021 data. Again, the same logic applies. 2021 is a complete year data. 2022 is not yet complete. We are in November. Okay. So they might say, okay, compare some data. It's okay. Let's look at November as at last year, and give me November as at this year, and give me the comparison. Do we get it?
Yes.
Because we don't have December data yet. We are not yet into December. So, but they just want to compare the range of year data for last year, which is as at this month, 11 months, and compare that to like 11 months as at last year. That will give you the 11-month comparison, and you can still take the difference. You get the different logic?
Yeah.
Good question. Sorry.
Yeah.
But November this year is not ended yet too. So how do you compare it with last
Yeah,
year?
again, yeah. Good question. If they say, okay, since November this year is not complete, then that means you have to move what? One step
1
up
month out.
to say
October.
October. So this calculation, you can still manipulate it and get what you want. Okay, so let's try and do something like that. Okay, the first one, let's say, okay, they want to compare October this year, and they want to compare the sales as at October last year. Let's start with that. Okay, so we are in the peak season. So what is our sales this October? Let's compare that to October last year. So when we get to November, when we have November full data, the calculation should compare November data to November data last year. So how do we do that? It's very simple, right? So let me duplicate this, my prior year, for example. I'll duplicate this, and I will call this current year months, for example. Doesn't matter. Now,
I mean, previous year, month?
oh no, sorry, let's do current year months, okay? Okay. Now, let me click OK, and let me bring current year month into our view here. Okay, so now I want to get the current, maybe let's take polar logic. November is not complete. We want to get October this year. So let's edit this year. Let's make this one month. And let's make this one also months. Let's make this one as well months. And let's click apply. So now we know that this one is giving us November, but November is not yet complete. So we want October. So what do? We modify our calculation here and do -2 and click OK. So now we have our current month data. Okay, now we want to compare this to October last year. So we should try and get 59,068. So I'm going to duplicate that same.
Oh, sorry. The way I understand it earlier was that we're going to compare 2016 from January to October.
Yes, I said, let's start from here so you can start understanding how this thing evolved.
Okay.
Okay. So now we want to start by comparing this one month here and this month here. Okay. So I'm going to duplicate this. And edit. Now I'm going to call this one here. I'll call this prior year month. It doesn't matter, but always name your calculation in a way that you can easily trace it. So now, so how do I get this October for last year? So since -2 is giving me this, I will need to remember we are passing this date field in months. So I will have to count. This is -2 now, right? -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm going to try 14. It should be okay. And I'm going to click apply. I won't close it as at yet. I will just go back in here and bring in just to view my data. Okay, now I know that I'm getting the right one. So you can see it's giving me that. Did you see the way I counted backward from where we stopped the first time? -2 gave us this, right? Now I want to get for October this year. So I will just count from -2 where I am, this -2. The next one up is what?
3.
-3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So -14 will give me October of last year. So I'll just change this one to -14. Okay, and I click OK. So if I remove my sales, I should have those two dates right now, and I can do my variance analysis, do my percentage change between these 2 years, like we did here, and still have my number. Did we get that? Did we get that?
Yes.
Any question before we now move to like getting the range to say from this year to this January this year to this year, and so on.
No.
Okay. Any question on this? No. Okay. I'll take that as a no. So let me bring back our sales here, and let me bring this one here. So let me, now what if we want to say, okay, we want to get from October this year to January this year, and between January last year to October last year. How do we do that? Let me duplicate one of that. We want to give it a shot.
Question?
Huh?
The question again.
Who wants to give a shot? We want to write a calculation that gives us this range of data and range of data for this one. There are about 2 ways to actually write it. Okay,
I
so
will
let me,
say
yeah.
if date trunk month other date equals to date. Oh,
Hmm.
there's no date minus.
Of course, I mean, you are
The
there.
function
Might
is there a
just
function
be
with minus.
maybe -2 to -14 or something.
Okay, this is the way I will approach it. First of all, I'm not going to do this. I just call this current year month range. I'm just call this. Okay. Now I know that this -2. Let me click OK here. I know that this -2 is giving me from this area. Now I also want to bring in from January to now. Again, it is same logic here. I'll just going to put this down here, and I'll put an AND function here to, I'll say if the trunk of this is -2 and no, instead of saying equals to 2 here, I will use greater than. Okay, let's use greater than. So because we want to look in the range, and then I will put AND here and function here, and I will just copy this code here and bring some below. So now what is the range that I want to pick? No, this is -2. Don't forget, it's already -2. I will do 1, no, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do we get it? No, it should be 11. -2, this is -2, right?
Yeah.
3,
3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'll just do -11. So this one will now be less than 11. So I'll just click OK and let's see. Okay, maybe I did it backward. Less than, I'll change this to like minus. This should give me what I wanted. Good. Okay, now I can see it's not giving me,
January.
no, it's not giving me January. Oh, that is because I said, this is where you have to be careful using less than and greater than. I'm saying where it is less than, so I'm excluding
Minus, I mean,
minus
So
2.
it'll be less than equals to.
Exactly. So it should be less than or equals to 2. Sorry. And here it should be greater than or equals to
11.
good. Or another way that you can write this if you don't want to use your equals to, I showed you guys the other day. What is the other way that you can write this if you don't want to use this equals to sign? If you don't want to use this, instead of this, I will say this will now be greater than minus 1 because I want to include 2. And this, I will now put minus 12. So it's still going to give me the same thing.
Okay.
So you can either go one above the range that you want to get, or you can use, just put the equals to there. You see the same thing, whichever one that is good for you, okay? So now I have my range for this year. Now, how do I get from this year to October last year? That's an assignment for everybody. We have 6 minutes. Everybody write a calculation that gives us between January 16 to October 16. So this is our calculation here. I'll leave this open. If you want me to send this to you, I can send it to you. Okay, in order not to confuse some people, I'll just leave this as minus 2, minus 11. I'll put the equals to sign here, put the equals to sign here. So you want me to send this to everybody? If you want to like modify this to get your okay.
Yes, send it on the shop.
Okay. First to finish, get a prize.
Oh.
What are
Okay.
we comparing?
Huh?
What are we comparing?
No, we just wrote a calculation that gave us the range of some dates between January this year to October this year. So we
Okay.
also want to get for the previous year, from January previous year to October previous year. So we cannot do the comparison. So write that calculation. So I copied the one that we used to get the current year. So if you want to modify that to get your own other year, go ahead. But if you know how to write it, go ahead. Like I said, for me, I don't cram calculation. I have so many things to cram, but I know how to get it if I need it. We are comparing year to date for this year and comparing it to year to date as at last year. So year to date as at last year in this scenario will be October last year. Okay, 1 minute, everybody. I'll be back in a jiffy.
Three. Three.
I think I did it. I think we're supposed to have the range from January 2016 to October 2016, right?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I have it.
good. Let's look it on back. So.
Okay.
Anybody ready?
Yes, sir.
Who's that? You or me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So share your screen. Let's see. Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent. Good job. Your
Thank-
weekend lunch for me as well.
Thank you, sir.
Can we please see what he did? Is it
Okay, Yami, share
possible?
your screen and help them out.
Thank you.
Okay, so I copied the link he gave us and I just continued from where he stopped. Since January of 2017 is month minus 11, that makes December 2016 month minus 12, November minus 13, October minus 14. So our start this time is October 2016, which is month minus 14. And I just continue, I counted upward to January 2016, which is month minus 23. And since this is already the one with the greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, I didn't need to do 1 month higher or lower. So, and I applied and it was there.
Yeah, it's just logical. Good. So please
Thank
just
you.
copy. Just copy. All you have to do is just edit the 14 and 23, and you get what you need. And then you can do your comparison, do your variance, and then do your percentage difference. And that's it. Okay. Okay, we have 9 more minutes. Let's answer any question that you might have, but everybody please try and do all of these calculations, because again, I'm trying to get you guys somewhere so that you can see like normal day-to-day in real world data, like doing some of these dates calculations and date logic. Okay. Our next dashboard, we're going to make it really a bit complex, but it's very simple, just understanding simple logic. And you can, if you use, I bet if you use that to do your interview and explain what you did, how you did it, the LODs, I bet no recruiter will not listen to you. So I'm just trying to like come up with real life scenario and give you guys, you know, what I know is going to help. So please get all your calculations up to date before Thursday, because we're going to do some, going forward from Thursday, we're going to be working, before we do any project, we're going to do ETL. ETL means to transform, extract, transform, and load your data. Then you write off of your report off of those data. So I mean, you clean your data, prep your data, and then you load your data. And if time permits us, we're going to be looking at different ways of pulling data from database using direct extracts, custom query, doing some hard join in your Tableau desktop, or just using Tableau Prep to do your join and then just work off of a single data source. Different ways. And if you can explain this to recruiters, they know you know the job. Okay? So please get this ready, and I'm going to send out the SQL tutorial. If you want to start looking at some SQL tutorial, please go ahead. Again, let me share my screen. If you go back to that Udemy, for example, here, and you just type in again, SQL here, SQL tutorial, for example, don't just start with Microsoft SQL Server, okay? But all of the syntaxes are all the same. And if you, again, go to the price and filter down to free, there are some free ones that you can quickly take just to get your head around SQL Developer for Beginner. And this is just 2 hours lecture. And that's all you need, the basic knowledge in SQL. You don't have to be a SQL expert. The basic knowledge, how to connect to tables, how to look for tables in your SQL database, how to write some simple custom query, or how to join your data. That's all you need. You don't need the complex SQL stuff. But if you choose to take your SQL skills to the next level, please go ahead. No knowledge is lost. Okay, every knowledge you have is an addition. I remember when Ejiro is somebody that really amazed me. I saw one of the custom queries she wrote on Snowflake. I was like, did you write this, or did somebody give it to you? She said she wrote that query. I'm like, okay, good luck. You know, because she really amazed. She took her time to really learn it, and now it's just like a piece of cake for her. Okay, so utilize a lot of free stuff. You know, a lot of those free stuff here. But I'm going to send out some videos on how to install your SQL Server on your machine, and then don't bother about loading data. I was going to say, okay, try and load some data, but our first project will be to how to use Tableau Prep to transform data and write that data to database, because Tableau Prep is an ETL tool, like that I was saying, Alteryx, Informatica, all of these applications are ETL tools. You know, the more you come into this field, then you start getting used to these terminologies, you know, where you can transform data and write your data to database, or you can write your database to Tableau Server, you know, either way. So our first project will be to write our data to a SQL database and then connect our Tableau Enterprise to that database and start manipulating and doing reports, okay? Any question? Any question?
I have a question, but it's not related to this. Maybe 2 minutes of your time.
Okay, when we done or now?
When we're done.
Okay, all right. Now, for the newbies, something that I want, and I keep saying it, when I started this Tableau, I didn't know Tableau. I didn't know what was SQL based. All I knew was I needed a change of job, and I'm tired of the job I was doing then. I went online and copied somebody else's resume, change it, send it, and I got my first job with with Church's Chicken. How I passed that interview, it was just what I watched on YouTube. I went there and I gave everything codedly the same way. I just dropped everything for them, and the man was amazed. I got the job. And the job didn't last because it was like contract. When I came back, I had not developed interest in Tableau. And I went on 2 weeks later, I got another job with CNN. And in between, I got another side gig. I was doing CNN job and do that side gig simultaneously, not knowing a lot. Everything I learned was just watching YouTube and do. You know, so why am I saying this? The little that you've known now is enough for you to start. Because after our next week classes, for those of you that are comfortable, you're going to do your resume, set up your LinkedIn, set up your Indeed, and start applying for jobs. The little you know is enough. Don't wait until you're an expert. I can pick out some people that I know that are already here among the newbies, you know. Yomi is very ready because I've seen his work, I've seen his own. If you want to like believe in yourself and just dive in, go ahead, you know. Nadia, her hunger, because he's one of the people that are always up to date in her dashboard, and she's doing beautiful work. Okay, now Haba has been ready. You know, she's just taking her time due to some, you know, presidential time and so on. So she's been ready, you know. And if you want to like just say, okay, this little that I know is enough for me, come on, go in. It doesn't take a lot for you to go in because you're going to keep learning a whole lot of stuff as you come into this IT. You just keep learning. There's never a time to say, okay, you know it all. Nobody knows it all. You know, Medina, I've seen your work also. I mean, this class has been the best class that catch up quickly among all of my classes. I mean, you guys really catch up so quickly. And look how we've done some kind of advanced kind of analytic, and your dashboard look good. So if you want to like start prepping yourself after next class, you want to start applying, you will be amazed how quickly you will land the job. If you don't entertain the fear, don't entertain the fear. You will be amazed. Okay. Any question? Any question? All right, I'm going to post this video first thing tomorrow morning and be on the lookout for my email. I'll see you.
Was there a video for yesterday? Sorry.
No, I didn't upload it because what we're trying to do didn't work. So this one is complete. So watch this one.
Okay.
All right. All right. Good night, everyone. I'll see
Thank
you
you so
on
much, sir. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to wait behind. I need to quickly discuss something.
Okay. $100 consultation fee. Okay. Okay, Victor.
Yeah, I saw the email you sent me, so I was wondering if I should go ahead and apply.
Just apply, don't worry. Just apply. Send your resume to the guy and call him tomorrow. You know, it more like it had like server stuff inside there, and it's fully remote. So I will support you on that. So just go ahead and apply.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you very much.
No. Whatever the guy said, let me know. I'll call him tomorrow as well.
Oh, should I call him or just apply and just?
No, apply, send him your resume and then call him. After calling him, let me know.
Okay, no problem there. Thanks.
All right,
okay,
thanks.
thank you very much. Okay.
No problem. Mr. Dada.
Oh, okay, hey, yeah, Lucky.
No, sir.
Quickly, I just want to request something. You know what? Today on Udemy, so I was trying to say, okay, let me just quickly do all tricks. You just had to my distance. So apparently, I wanted to download the software. So it was asking for main address, email address. I use Yahoo and it was asking for work something. So, but I didn't use my work. So I tried to register for a domain name, Dandoski, whatever, something, but that thing was, I've not been able to complete it. So what I wanted to ask is, would you mind if I use early analytics as my email address? They will send it to you, then you can.
Okay,
I'll
how
call you
many
as soon-
months prior? I think
Just
okay.
1 month.
1 month. Okay, all right.
If
All
they
right.
send the link to you, you can just forward it to my email. I'll now click from there and move on.
Okay, all right, no problem.
And so I'll tell you tomorrow as soon as I'm done.
All right. Yeah. All right, no problem.
Okay, good night.
All right, good night. Okay, good night, everyone.
All right.